Greetings, welcome everybody. This is Phil from 15minuteguitarpractice.com, and it is evening time here in New Zealand. It's been a beautiful day. It's a little bit windy, but my hair's a bit crazy, but that's okay. I'm taking a walk after dinner and thought I'd share with you some things I've learned about trying to find the time when you are learning to play the guitar. Hey, Ottawa Daddy, how you doing? So, one of the hardest things about learning guitar is not the actual learning of the guitar, but it is, in fact, finding the time to learn guitar. Now, most people who are learning guitar, they may be parents, they might be dads, you know, they may be mums, they might be running businesses, they may be doing all of that, you know, and it's tricky. Really tricky. They might be handling down a full-time job and being a full-time parent and all those things. Hey Eric, welcome. I'm talking about finding the time in your busy schedule to learn guitar. So what do you do when, you know, for me, for example, I am a dad, have a full-time job, I'm in 2 bands, and I have a side business. And the funny thing is, I am not the busiest person that I know. I'm sure you're busy, pretty much everyone's busy these days, but I'm not the busiest person I know. But that sounds like a whole bunch of stuff. So if you are learning guitar, what is it that you can do in your daily routine to change things, to make time? Because time is a thing that none of us have got any more of. There's only 24 hours in a day, and I'd like to share with you a couple of things that I have tried and had a great amount of success with. So the first thing I like to do is to get up about 15 minutes earlier than I normally do. And the good thing about getting up 15 minutes earlier is nobody else is around. You know, if your kids aren't awake, that's great, because there's no time to practice guitar when your kids are awake. And basically you can go straight to a short guitar practice, you know, 15 minutes, you can get straight to it. The house is still quiet, the phone is not ringing, hopefully you're not checking your email as soon as you woke up, all of that stuff. So the distractions are zero, the house is quiet, and you know, I'm not saying plug into a Marshall stack and crank it, I'm saying you've got some time. So that's a really good focus time to get stuck into something. Only 15 minutes, but you could do that every day. So 15 minutes over, you know, 7 days. What is that? That's nearly 2 hours of extra practice that you could squeeze in. So that's one of the things you can do. Get up 15 minutes earlier and start practicing. You must have a structured practice, not just kind of pick up a guitar and noodle. How many of you guys are playing guitar right now? Tell me. Type into the chat. Are you guys playing? Are you guys thinking about playing? Are you guys old experts at playing guitar? Where are you guys from, and are you playing guitar or not? Tell me. Tell me what you're doing. I'll tell you about what I've been doing. I've been playing guitar since I was about 9 years old, so I've had quite a lot of practice, though, you know, there's still room for improvement. So the other thing that I have been doing is sneaking out during the lunch break at work. So during my lunch break I get, like, I don't know, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. And what I then do is grab my guitar. Hi, how are you? And I actually keep my guitar in my car, in the car park at work. And during my lunch break I sneak out. I go grab my guitar, I get the iPod or my iPhone and get the headphones on and sit in the guitar. Nobody knows where I've gone. And I practice for 15 minutes. Now, typically, you probably say, well, a guy who's been playing for like 30-something years, you probably don't need to practice that much. But the reason I employed that strategy in my day was about 5 months ago, I put together this tribute band. It's a Jimi Hendrix tribute band, and it's New Zealand's only Jimi Hendrix tribute band, which is why you probably notice I've got a mo and a fro, because it was my job to deliver Jimmy. I was the Jimmy in the band. And so, you know, at that point I didn't know really. I knew some Jimi Hendrix songs, but certainly not to the level of accuracy that a tribute band would require. So I had to get my shit together. Hey Rick Stevens, how you doing? Show me the love. How are you? Are you a guitar player? Where you from, bro? Let me know. So that was the strategy I had to employ to get good enough. I worked, the whole band worked at it for about 3 months. JL Jones 7019, how are you, buddy? Thanks for joining us. We're talking about time hacking techniques to get more time to practice your guitar. Are you a player? If you're a player, let me know if you're a player. And if so, where are you from? And how long have you been playing? So, Wally, welcome Wally. I was just explaining that about 5 months ago I became part of a Jimi Hendrix tribute band, and although I've been playing for 3 decades, I needed to really find the time to deliver a performance. And a Jimi Hendrix tribute band is not something you take on lightly, because there's nothing worse. I mean, if I was going to go and see a Jimi Hendrix tribute band, I would want those guys to be the most awesome thing I'd ever seen. And with something like that, there is a huge opportunity for you to just not be good enough, and to people who come and see you and pay good money go, they were pretty average. And there's no way, I mean, Jimmy's a personal hero of mine, there was no way I was going to let that happen. So my secret time hacking strategy was to take my guitar to work, leave it in the car, and at lunchtime sneak off to my car with my iPod, my earphones, and start learning those things. And I did that every day, every single day, for about 15 to 30 minutes in my car. It's summer here, so it was getting pretty sticky because I wasn't running the engine, but I did that for 121 days straight. It was about 3 months, and that wasn't including rehearsals with the band, but just my electric guitar unplugged in the back of my car. And if you go to facebook.com/The Hendrix Project, you'll see my little secret in the car sessions, because I recorded a few on my iPhone just for kicks. So the 2 time hacking strategies I've talked about so far is 1, get up 15 minutes earlier. Hey, at 69301, I am in New Zealand, but Australia was a good guess. I don't know if you noticed from the scenery. I'll walk back this way, but yes, I'm in New Zealand. It is about 6 o'clock in the evening here. We just had dinner and I'm just taking a walk. I'm actually on holiday. We've rented a house right by a beautiful beach, but it's pretty windy. You might maybe not go back that way. It's just at the top of the hill. So 2 time hacking strategies: taking my guitar to work, and also getting up 15 minutes earlier when the rest of my family were asleep, the kids weren't awake, and I could go straight to a little 15-minute quick burst practice. And again, I did that every day too. So if you think about, grabbing 15 minutes at the beginning of your day, over 7 days, you get nearly 2 hours back. And if you do like half an hour at lunchtime as well, then you can actually claw back 4 or 5 hours out of your crazy week. I mean, I'm busy, you're busy, everyone's busy these days, right? I have a full-time job, I play in 2 bands, I am a father of 2 young children, and I've got a couple of side businesses. So I'm busy, but I'm not the busiest guy I know. Definitely not the busiest guy I know. So I'm sure you guys are busy, and those are 2 great time hacking techniques, because nobody's got more hours in the day. And if you really want to nail something, like I had to, I totally had to. Hey Wally, you come back. Thanks guys. So who was it that's been playing 6 years? Who was that? Yeah. Hey J Chris here, welcome. Welcome. Just talking about time hacking techniques to get more guitar playing into your day. I think the other thing you got to do as well is give yourself more opportunities to play. Some of you may work for For an employee, an employer, some of you may be running your own businesses. If you are running your own business, there's no reason why you shouldn't take a guitar to your work and make use of an empty conference room or the lunch room, or even, even the toilet. If you're going to go in for 15 minutes and it's a private kind of toilet, those are all, hey Tiger Bum, hey Shaggy Paul. Those are things you can do, especially if you work for yourself. You can take your guitar to work, because if it's there on a stand in the corner of the room, even if you were there for like 5 minutes waiting for somebody or in between meetings or whatever. Matt Schneider, welcome Matt. Where are you from, Matt? Tell us where you're from. Tell the people where you're at. DXT John, hi. Welcome. This is Phil from 15 Minute Guitar. If I haven't caught you so far, scoping from New Zealand. Hey, mysterious me. I'm just taking a walk after dinner. So, if you just joined us, I'm talking about time hacking to fit more guitar playing into your day, because we're all busy. And so far I've talked about getting up a little bit earlier in the morning, 15 minutes earlier, and therefore you can get straight into a quick 15-minute practice without any distractions. And that's a huge value to you as a player. Is whatever you're trying to do. It might be learning guitar, it might be learning a language, or it might be just doing something in your business. But the absence of distractions means you can focus on one thing and get stuff done. Focus and get stuff done. It's really one of the challenges of our 21st century life. Everybody's interrupting you. There's Twitter, there's Facebook, there's email, there's text, and it goes on. So you need to shut yourself off from those things. Okay, so that's pretty much me and my scope this evening. I hope that's useful for you guys as guitar players. Like I said, my name's Phil from 15minuteguitarpractice.com. If you want to find more tips and stuff. Now, my bag was really for guitar players who have been playing a while and maybe have lost their motivation, or they are, struggling to kind of progress. They've hit that plateau. I don't really deal with beginner guitar players because, to be honest, there's a ton of good stuff on the internet for beginning guitarists, but there's not so much stuff for those people who have been playing a few years and are lost in the wilderness. Those they got so far with their playing and now they don't feel they're getting better, or they're getting frustrated, or they don't really know what they should be practicing. But I've got a whole bunch of other things we can talk about in our next scope. So try and fit those into your day. Get up 15 minutes earlier and have a solid 15-minute practice. If you work, thank you for the hearts, guys. If you work and you have a place at your work where you park, then grab your guitar, stick it in your car, and go and sneak off in your lunchtime and go and practice your guitar. You can get like an extra 30 minutes a day, for 5 days a week. And just with those two strategies, you can end up getting, 4-5 hours of extra time a week to practice. Now, the question of what you should be practicing and how you should be practicing is a scope for another time. So I will leave you from beautiful New Zealand. Let's see if we can get the beach in there. Probably not. Let's just whiz over here. But thank you very much for your time, guys. And if you like what you heard, join me for another scope another time. Check out the website 15minuteguitarpractice.com. Alright, bye for now. See you later.